But anyway, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. How do I start this?
Say,
I'm nervous.
Hey, it's your boy.
It's not your boy though. It's just okay. It's
What's
Ryan.
up, guys?
Y'all already know who it is.
Get off me. It's Ryan. Okay, you know you're at the channel, so it's Ryan. I'm here with Alex, Tyler, and Desmond. We're gonna try to do this. I want to do it once a week. Would y'all be down to do it once a week?
Yeah, once a week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm trying to do a podcast once a week. If you like listening to people talk and ramble, then you're gonna like this. Because Desmond likes to talk, Alex likes to argue,
Somewhat.
and Tyler
See,
Tyler
you
will
wanted to
talk.
argue about the fact that he
Yeah.
didn't like to argue. And then,
Tyler will talk if anybody listens.
yeah.
But this week's topic is going to be guest characters and their impact on games in general. And when you think guest characters, Alex, what do you think a guest character is? What would you classify as a guest character?
Anything from a different game incorporated into a game that is from a different genre.
That's fair. What y'all about the same thing?
I would say
about the
anything
same
from any different like form of media in general, any different
Like
universe.
if they are a character from a different game or series, not commonly or even commonly associated, like sort of like Tekken and Street Fighter. Well, Street Fighter now because of the whole
Yeah,
Kuma
because now
thing,
technically
but
the same universe. So it's not Kuma's not a guest character.
not guest character, but
Yeah.
like say like Tekken and Soul Calibur.
or throwing it back
Like
to the old
how,
Mortal Kombat, you know how they're
Yeah.
One
putting in.
predates the other.
And like I said, I think to be counted as a guest character, it has to be fully playable. Because if they're not playable, they just make an appearance, then I just think they're considered a cameo.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
cameo.
it's
Yeah,
cameo.
I wouldn't
If
say
it's
they're
not
a guest
playable, it's
character.
not a character.
Yeah, people would probably flip out and say it is, but I don't think it is. But we're going to start with it. That's our first topic is what's a guest character. We covered that. When you think guest character, you typically think fighting games. But that's not the case. There have been hundreds of other games that aren't fighting games that have guest characters. One that Alex didn't know about, I told him about. You can actually be Heihachi and a few other characters on a, what was it, Power Tennis? I think it's called like Sega Power Tennis on PS2. You have to do like hard, champion mode like 6 times, 8 times on hard mode. You can be Heihachi and hit tennis balls. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a headbutting people?
I'd rather be Heihachi than Mario for the umpteenth time.
Took a break from killing his family to play
Start
some
to
tennis.
hit tennis balls.
I guess even murder needs have like a holiday.
But
Yeah. I'm sure he's pretending there's probably his son's head on there a few times when he hits them tennis balls.
more than likely. But yeah,
Take this, Jin!
But you can be Mario. We were just looking at. You can be who is it? Dante and Trish, right? In Beautiful Joe.
Yeah, Dante and Trish.
Yeah, you
and
meet Dante
PSP
and
version of Beautiful
Trish
Joe.
in Beautiful Joe.
Great game, by the way. Like
Which
great game.
some people wouldn't consider that a guest character because it's still made by Capcom, but it's not their game or their universe. So those people can go to hell because they're wrong. This is not a channel where we're going to cater to you if you're stupid.
No.
If you're wrong, you're wrong. And even if we're wrong, we're not going to be wrong. That's how it goes here. Tell him, Alex.
Yeah.
See, Alex knows.
Yeah.
So we yell at him enough that he knows how it goes. But yeah, you could be them in Beautiful Joe. And guest characters in general have impacted games in a lot of ways. That'd be our next question. We'll go around the horn. All right, Alex. In your opinion, do guest characters hurt or help video games?
It all depends on how it's handled, really.
Well, I'm going to say in a general sense. Like, if you were given the choice right now to never have guest characters at all,
Well,
would you do it?
for the diehard fans, I feel like that if they were to put Mario into a sports game like NBA, then some of them would probably not like that.
Oh, real quick, another guest character. You could be Mario, Luigi, and Peach in NBA Street.
Yeah, that's
On
what I was mentioning. Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah, like that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were not exactly excited about that because now a lot of them were fans of sports games and they were fans of that.
So you said it just depends.
Yeah, it depends.
So you don't think there's a clear-cut answer?
No, I don't think there is.
Y'all got a different opinion? What do you think, Desmond?
I think it's really all about how it's implemented. Let's use a recent example. Tekken 7 with the Fated Retribution update. As we all know, they put Akuma from Street Fighter series into the Tekken universe, and they said it's canon, so he's actually like Street Fighter and Tekken take place in the same universe. I'm sure, like most people, as much as I love Akuma, I wasn't sure how he would be implemented into
there's a lot of questions
the
with the Fireball
Tekken
meter.
universe.
Yeah.
Like, but him being integrated, put in the game, I should say. It was really smooth. Like, he felt at home in the Tekken game.
Yeah, they did it really well.
He was really well done. Like, they did it seamlessly. That's one of the good examples. Another example One that was weird to me was kind of like I don't know if you remember Onimusha Blade Warriors, PlayStation 2.
Alex loves that game, so he probably.
They had Mega Man EXE inside as a guest character.
I didn't know that. I didn't.
No, he was unlockable.
Did you know that?
And Zero from Mega Man actually. So and I love Mega Man, but
It was just too.
why the
weird.
hell is he?
Well, you know that was just Capcom because
I mean, but-
Capcom makes Onimusha, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was just Capcom being
But it-
Capcom,
yeah, I mean-
Capcom and Capcom.
I mean it's cool. I love crossovers. I mean sometimes like the ones that don't make sense are still fun.
Yeah.
But
So,
like,
so
it
in
really
your,
depends.
in your opinion, though, you think the guest character should fit the overall realm to be more successful?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Alex said, it just depends. Me personally, I feel if they fit the realm of it, it pushes the narrative better.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm not a huge fan of The Witcher, like it's cool or whatever. I'm not one of those diehards about it. I was slightly disappointed about having Geralt in Soul Calibur 6, but I don't know. But I'm gonna say just off the fact that they're making him a main character, maybe I'll be more accepting of it since it's not gonna be like.
Is
a
that
one-off.
is it that you don't want him to be a guest character? You just think they could pick someone else?
They definitely could pick somebody else, but I mean
Oh yeah,
the
there's
whole.
a plethora of characters out there.
I
that
mean,
you pick from
in
any
the least
genre,
part, he
any
does
media.
fit that Victorian era.
No, it's like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, so-
at the very least, even though it wouldn't have been my first choice, he fits the aesthetic
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
Soul
What do you guys
Calibur.
think about putting in like Koro from Dishonored?
No,
I don't know.
because the whole purpose of
Well, I mean, I get he'd still technically fit, I guess, but I don't know how they make his combat work.
They wouldn't do
In a
it. Because I
fighting
mean, the biggest
Yeah.
thing about crossovers is pulling the fans of that series from their game to try a game they probably wouldn't have tried otherwise. Like, I mean, it's as much as it is about.
That's
Playing
true,
the
and
guest
you've got a lot
character.
of Witcher characters that probably be a
It's a
lot
lot
more
of
open to playing the
cross-promotion.
fighting games if they're already into combat in a way than you would have.
Oh, the internet.
Dishonored fans.
The internet
coming
fucking
over
blew up when girl. Okay.
I mean, granted, and
Like Des said, he's not a huge fan, and I can't. I'm on level with everybody right now. It's probably gonna say, hey, I've never played The Witcher.
there. Neither have I.
I'm not gonna say I hate
spread
it.
your hate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
spread
say I
the
hate it, but I've never played it. Not that I hate it, just I don't have 100 hours put in the game.
I mean, it's cool. I'm not like I'm not one of
100
those
hours.
people
Hi,
who's
that-
gonna
this
sing
rookie
its
numbers, you
praises
gotta pump them
any and
It
everywhere.
said to complete the game is 161 hours.
I mean, you definitely get your bang for the
Yeah.
money. I'll give you that because I mean, how long the game is, but
I don't
it's
got that
not.
kind of time.
It's not one of those. It didn't appeal to me. I'm not gonna bash the game because it was cool, but
What'd you think about Girl, Alex?
Did
you play The Witcher?
No.
So you care less? You just don't give a shit.
Yeah,
But back to my point. As long as it fits the aesthetic, and like I'm more accepting of it because it's not just like for most people the thing they hate most about guest characters is that's a slot they feel somebody like a character from that series
Took from a
didn't
main
get.
character. Yeah.
So I mean, but when it comes to guest characters, it's if we're being honest, it's all about cross promotion. Like that's like when the Force
They-
Unleashed was coming out,
Yeah.
and then they put Star Killer and Yoda and Darth
Soul
Vader.
Calibur.
And Soul
We'll just make this
Calibur.
segment the Soul Calibur segment. We'll just keep talking.
So-
We'll bring that real quick, and then we'll move on to other games. So, like we said, Geralt's already in Soul Calibur 6. He's not just in the game. He's on the cover.
Yeah,
cover boy of this
that's
game.
that's one thing. Like you took somebody
But
from a completely
once-
different character.
In a business sense, it's smart though. They got so many more fans right now that just
That's true,
want to play
'cause-
Geralt. We got a buddy of ours named Ty. He likes fighting games, but he was on the edge about getting it. But the minute they announced Geralt, he's getting that shit now.
I think that's part of my thing.
What fanboy? Like people jumping on the wagon just because of a character.
That's what
Yeah.
the fighting game community is and has always, and I'm pretty sure always will be niche. Like there's always gonna be out of 100%, there's gonna be like around a good what did you say, like a 70%
I would say 80, 85.
that are just gonna get it purely because of hype.
Depending on probably 80% to be honest. 'cause
About a large percentage
with this,
are gonna
with
get
this,
it based
with
purely
this particular
on hype.
case, The Witcher 3. Like I said, I didn't play it, so I'm not gonna say it's bad. But in its own right, was a monster of a game. It got award after award, countless
Just
fans.
based on the fact that it gave you so much
Yeah, like,
for one price tag.
they
Like, I
literally-
respect it.
They literally
immensely.
said the expansion could have been The Witcher 4. That's how big it was and how Like I said, we looked up average time to be complete everything in the game is like 161 hours. That is insane. I ain't gonna say I never. You probably got 161 hours of Monster Hunter right now.
I got 425
How
hours
about you, Alex?
and 30 minutes of Monster
How
Hunter.
many?
453.
Okay, so yeah, let's retract that statement. But The Witcher 3 is a megalodon of media success. There's so many people that are gonna, like, from a business standpoint, they did right because so many people are gonna buy this game now. They're gonna make sales strictly off Witcher 3 fans.
Yeah, it's a good marketing concept.
Yeah.
I mean, guest characters have always been about the marketing in one way or another. I mean, like Desmond said, it's always been about cross-platforming, cross-merchandising, cross-everything. It's like he said, it's the main goal is to bring characters that or people that would normally not even care over simply because of
The
those characters.
main reason,
And like I said, at the end of the day, money. That's what these companies are going
Yeah.
for.
but my
Not for
biggest
sales.
problem with that, and like if they do it like they did Geralt, where they're gonna be like a mainstay, it's not just some one-off. Because I think my biggest thing is when they pander to people who pretty much you know they're not gonna stick with the game. Like fighting
Yeah, so
games,
fighting in general, because
most
I know where you're
people
going.
want to play them.
So because you
They're
get
not gonna get good at them.
you
They
get
don't
good
want
with
to
that
play
one
them.
character, he's not going to be in the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
So it almost feels like a wasted investment,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about more of that when we talk about Mortal Kombat.
Exactly,
So we're gonna
Yeah,
bring up
Mortal
that.
Kombat is the king of that.
We'll bring
here's
up
this guest
we'll bring
character,
up
not gonna
NetherRealm
get
in a
the
minute.
next
NetherRealm at this point in time is probably the king of successful guest characters as far as combat wise. We'll get that.
you
We'll
mean currently or like?
like at this point in time?
Okay, I was gonna say,
We'll get back to
I
that.
mean,
We'll get back. Real quick though, back to Soul Calibur 6. We'll go around, give everybody one
Before
or two
we
guesses.
move on, like I mean, who would you say? I like it's one of those things I never really think about. But who would you? When did this like become like huge? Because it
guest
became,
characters.
yeah, it's like I mean,
I
it's
would
always
say,
been a low key thing. Like
Mortal
even
Kombat-
going back to
we'll say-
Midway.
When they put
We can do
Kratos
that
in
for
Mortal
we can do that
Kombat,
for
it
an
really
end. We can do
started
that for an
to
end
blow
argument.
off, yeah.
We'll do that
Okay.
and bring up another round because they didn't start guest characters. They definitely Soul Calibur had guest characters in the very first. I mean, well, like a lot of people.
But
this
back
is like
in PS2 days, they had like Yoda on.
this is like an unknown fact unless you like fighting games. Yoshimitsu is not a Tekken character.
That's true.
Yeah,
he was.
He started out in
You start out in Soul Blade.
yeah.
Soul Blade.
I'm listening.
You're not talking, man.
Well, it's because y'all listen.
Well, just butt
I'm
in.
talking.
Butt in. Okay, I'm gonna go around. Here's what we go. Real quick. We're gonna talk about other Soul Calibur games. We'll start with Soul Calibur 6. Name who you would want to be another guest character. You can name one or two, just off the top of your head. Who would you want in Soul Calibur 6?
From any
That's
thing,
tough.
Just a guest character in general.
I would probably want Guts. Or
Who's
maybe
that?
that'd probably be
He
like
fit in though.
No, that'd be great
the shit.
actually.
That'd be the shit. Yeah. So that'd be your one.
yeah.
I
Do
would
you have a
actually
backup?
love Guts to be in.
I would have to really think about this.
That'd
Think
be
about it, well-
really fucking good. Like
Yeah, well, he fit in.
he'd be a great sword user. Like he could have a rivalry with Siegfried. He could be hunting Nightmare. He has all the tools. Like that'd be
Yeah,
a
Gus
great
would fit in
addition.
great. They're listening. Anybody listening that works near Bandai Namco.
Please.
Tell them that shit. We need Guts.
You know what? Put
like petition
Guts
them.
for Soul Calibur 6.
Or even I would,
Hashtag Guts for Soul
Hashtag
Calibur
Guts
6.
for
I would probably
No, I'm
take
tweeting that.
Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden.
Who?
Ryu Hayabusa. From
I was
Ninja
thinking
Gaiden.
about that.
He fit in too. He's already in Dead or Alive, and Dead or Alive's already in everything. I mean, 3D games in general. I'm gonna go next real quick because I got one that y'all probably know because we talked about before. I really think 2B would do good in this game.
I
2B?
think- Yeah.
I would
I
love
can
to be
see that.
2B in Soul Calibur.
You know, it'd be awesome if they put a 2B armor set in Monster Hunter World.
I mean, it's very possible. I ain't gonna put nothing past Monster Hunter. We'll talk about that in a minute. Monster Hunter's doing some crazy shit.
Here's one I know will never happen, but I feel like he'd be a good fit just for the Soul Calibur universe. Jubei from Ninja Scroll.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
What about
They're not gonna do that though.
That
Kirito from
never
Sword
happened.
Art?
Who?
Kirito from Sword Art or the Prince from
That would
Persia?
pull in a lot of people.
That'd
but
pull
I
in,
would
like, a lot of anime
absolutely-
That'd be a smart move because
I'd absolutely despise if they.
I
put
wouldn't want to be
Kirito.
Kirito mainly because I don't like.
I like Sword Art. It's just it doesn't fit the aesthetic. The same thing I was talking about like earlier.
Like we from
You
business.
think crossing them over from a 2D
well, not
not
that,
even
just
that,
Kirito
but
in
3D
general was.
CG would be kind
I mean,
of bad?
not even just that.
This goes back to that prospect of talking if they fit in or not
Yeah, I mean,
more than anything because he's just a
He's more
virtual
futuristic.
character essentially. Yeah.
they'd have to.
That's true.
make
He's
him
his
look
avatar more than he
realistic.
is the actual
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'd
But
love
his
to-
avatar as a character would be.
No, I mean, it'd be
awesome
cool.
and as a fighter.
People play it. They buy the shit out of it. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Futuristic.
Me,
Yeah, but 2B
I
is
should be
shit,
in
sure.
marketing.
deep down, I know they're probably never gonna get the rights to Link again. But you know how like what game was it? They didn't put the character back in, but they made them a shadow model, and then used their moveset, and you're like, you know who the hell this is, but they
You
didn't
know that's
say
come
the
on.
name.
You know
They
that's
didn't
the
put
Master Sword.
They didn't put any of their like iconic noises in, but they still used the character, the moveset, and all that. I would love for them to do that with Link, and if we can't keep the character, make a new character
But
using
using Link's moveset.
yeah.
All right, okay, real quick. We're going to go through the rest of Soul Calibur rapid fire. We're going to name the guest character. I want you to say if they're a good guest character or not. Does
Okay.
anybody think that which assassin was in 5?
Ezio?
Does anybody think Ezio was good in 5?
No.
No, he was trash.
I didn't play for
Ezio just.
So
I mean,
this man didn't even play 5. He,
he
didn't get-
fit, I didn't play 5 either, but looking at the aesthetic,
played.
he fit the aesthetic. But
I
I
heard he
just
was
don't
trash,
see
though.
Ezio being a good Soul Calibur
I
character because
almost
he's.
platinumed that game. I was 3 trophies away from platinum, and then, you know why I didn't get the platinum?
Ezio?
Because they forced you to win 10 matches with Ezio online. He had a
So-
limited move list. Like out of the hundreds of moves Namco
Well, that's
puts
'cause-
on most people, he had 60 moves. He was predictable. He was slow. Like it just, he was, in my opinion, he was not fun to play for me.
So you're
Granted-
saying they didn't
Well-
flesh him out the way they should have to make
Well,
him
I'm-
viable.
We'll
in the
just
game.
enter that. So not a good character.
No,
We'll talk about it. We
can
can talk about how bad he is forever.
I mean,
Well, we can do a whole other
Well,
podcast on that.
there's
Desmond.
one more guest character I know we're going to
but
talk
to
about
be
in depth
fair,
from Soul Calibur.
I don't even think it's not the fact they fleshed him out. It's just they didn't have much to pull from in the type of game
Yeah.
that he was
Well,
coming from.
that's always the danger whenever you do a guest character is what genre game, whatever you pull them
No,
from.
I get that completely, but look at
like-
Akuma in Tekken. On paper,
Yeah, but
that
that's
should have
fighting
never
game to
worked.
fighting game.
We're going to talk about.
and that's
We're going to have our own 7 minute about Akuma. But we're
We'll
going
have an
to
entire
go
segment about
four.
Akuma.
Who did 4 have out?
What?
Soul Calibur.
that was
That's what Star Wars characters, right?
Yeah,
That was
they had
Yoda and Vader.
Yoda
Star
was
Killer,
exclusive
Yoda,
to
and Vader.
was exclusive to Xbox 360.
Vader
that's
was
Star Killer from
PlayStation,
Force
right?
And then
Unleashed, right?
PlayStation
Huh?
had Darth Vader.
Star Killer.
But then they did
Yeah.
a thing where
Nice.
they
Yeah, he was in there too.
included Yoda on the PS3
He was just called the Princess.
Star
His
Killer, right?
name wasn't
Yeah, Star
revealed
Killer
at the
was.
time.
Gotcha.
But his first
Actually,
appearance was in
Star
Soul
Killer
Calibur
was
4.
a
He
was a
wasn't
character
in.
that you can unlock.
Star Killer's going to. All right, so listen, I'm going to start with you then.
All right.
Do you think those are good? Do you think the Star Wars characters are good guest
I
characters?
don't think no, because they have futuristic weapons, and this is a game.
Yeah,
that's set in
lightsaber
medieval time.
alone, right?
So it's
Based on
kinda
that
weird.
premise, I agree. But I can't even lie to you. They were fun.
Well, I
as
heard
hell
they
to
were
play.
super. I heard
They
Yoda
were-
was broken.
Well, of course, Yoda
Yoda was broken because of
Yo-
his height. That
Any
Like
game
Oddjob.
ever that
he was the
Yoda is
Oddjob
ever in.
of-
Look, whoever's listening, do not put Yoda as a guest character in anything unless everybody else is an Ewok or some crap. Because Yoda is way too small to be in anything ever.
Put him in like a Dynasty Warriors type game because it
Or
wouldn't matter.
Put him in his
not
own game or
fight
something
game.
as like a main playable character or something in
I
like
think
an
the
adventure
time's
mode.
passed for him to have his own.
All right, well,
game.
we're gonna stop it there.
But that's a
I'm
whole
gonna go
nother-
real quick.
anyways.
I just want everybody to say. So you didn't like them.
No.
You didn't like that they were in there, but they were good. Was Star Killer good? Just yet?
No, everybody was good except Yoda.
Okay.
Darth Vader was.
What
fucking
did 3
great.
have? Did 3 have a guest character?
3, fun
Oh,
fact,
it had,
3
it
did
had
not
that,
have a guest character.
No, it had the Xenoverse character. Like
That wasn't a
like
guest
Xeno-
character. That was an Easter egg. They gave you the armor to make her, but the character herself wasn't in there. Fun fact: the reason that 3 did not have a guest character, they were intended to. It was supposed to be Dante from Devil May Cry. The reason that they didn't put him in there because they came out around the same time. He was going to be the guest character for cross promotion.
Yeah.
He only didn't make it in because of time constraints. They didn't get the licensing or something in time, and that caused him to not be in the game. But he was gonna be the guest character. That's
That'd have
why.
been cool. I would have been.
That one character from
Yeah, that
Soul
would've been
Calibur for Soul Edge was actually in Soul Calibur 3, the one with the nunchucks.
Who's
I
that?
know who you're talking about. The original nunchuck
Yeah, before
user,
Maxi. Yeah.
Lee Long.
Yeah,
Lee Long, I think.
yeah.
Alright,
he
and
was-
then
What about?
He's the one who actually taught Maxie.
and then
Yeah.
2 had
I got
2 was the biggest one that most. I know you love 2 because.
Soul Calibur.
Yes.
2
Listen,
had Link,
we'll let-
Heihachi, and Spawn.
Okay, we'll start
So-
again. We'll start again. Alex, out of those 3, who was the best? Who was your favorite guest character in Soul Calibur 2?
Spawn. Even though I didn't,
Desmond,
even
I already
though I didn't
know,
play much
Spawn.
of it. I had the GameCube
Link?
version. I played.
So you had Link.
Yeah.
I actually did
I
play
played
that
it-
one back in the day.
I played it recently when Brad got that Xbox that had Soul Calibur 2 from the What was it?
The story.
like the Xbox Live store.
Yeah, it's like Xbox Live free play.
Well, here's a-
and I played Spawn then.
Here's a fact. How do y'all think it would have worked out if this happened? Because from what I'm reading on it, Cloud was originally meant to be on there.
I'm gonna get to Final Fantasy also in a minute. It's his own segment. We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Okay.
I know you love Spawn, Desmond. Once again, I know we're
Love
gonna bring
Spawn.
him up when we talk about Mortal Kombat. So we'll talk about
But
him.
before, I'm just gonna break the ice on that. He was the weakest guest character out of the three.
So you like Link?
What about Soul Calibur
Link?
Legends?
Link? Do you know how many units that shit
Kratos was in
sold
that
just
one.
based off of fucking Link?
Yeah.
No, Soul Calibur Legend had Lloyd
Link
Irving
was
from Tales
great.
of Symphonia.
you-
One of the Soul Calibur games had Kratos in it.
That was
a
Broken
PS.
Destiny on PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where they also where Dan Pierre first came from.
Okay,
But,
well, we're running on 20 minutes. Real quick, I'm gonna end the Soul Calibur run. I'm gonna go back there. I want you to name your favorite guest character from Soul Calibur in general.
from just Soul Calibur.
Best guest character they've ever had.
Now, when you say best, are you saying from our standpoint or like
Your favorite guest character
my favorite?
from Soul Calibur.
It is definitely going to be. It has to be Link. Like everything, it was like the golden age. I mean, now granted, a little bit of nostalgia. Not gonna front,
Yeah,
but
but Link was good in that game too.
no, he was really good. Like he had all his tools. Like that was back when you can change the weapon for each character too. So you didn't have to use the Master Sword. You can use the Fire Cane, the Ice Cane, the Hammer. Like he got his own Soul Edge version of the Master Sword.
I hear you.
You can
So-
shoot arrows and everything. Like
So Link is your.
he was really well done. Like his combat was great. Like they ripped him straight from the game.
I hear you.
So
Did you play Soul Calibur?
really enjoyed them.
I played a little bit of Soul Calibur back in the day. I haven't been
Based
on
on
the
your
fighting games
experience, then
Heihachi
who
was
was
broken, though.
who would be your favorite guest character?
Well, the only one I actually got to play as a guest character was Heihachi. But out of all these characters that we're talking about, my favorite would probably be either Link or Spawn.
That's fair enough. Link, I think Link is the most people. What's your favorite guest character of all time in Soul Calibur?
The ones I don't think she qualifies as a guest character in Soul Calibur 4, but it was like there's extra characters they had that you couldn't unlock. It was the one female character that had like a purple gi on,
You talking about Angel Fear?
something like that. And she had like the samurai sword, the katana.
Is she from another game though?
I don't think so.
We'll talk about extra unlockable characters another. Like if you had to pick a guest
No,
character,
no.
you had to pick a guest character, who would it be
Okay.
from Soul Calibur?
I'll have to probably go with what Desmond said, Link.
Link is pretty good. I'd say Spawn, but based on some fact that I didn't ever play Link because I didn't get into Soul Calibur till way
Link
later down the
was
line.
Great. Spawn. I'm not gonna lie. They had the name escapes me. They had one of his most iconic designs, but they didn't have the cape.
That was the same one he had in his game for Xbox that year, right? Then it was
Yeah.
the same year.
Yeah, with the bigger leg.
Yeah. Okay.
He didn't have his cape. I mean, they explained it. Oh, he turned his cape into the axe, and overall, between the two, Link was the best. Well, Link was one of the most fun to use. Heihachi was broken. They pretty much took him right from Tekken. This man had his whole 10-hit combo. He could put
Alright.
the hands on you. Out of the three, Spawn was definitely the weakest, and that's me being a Spawn fan. And before I finish up, I will say, I just thought about this. I also love Devil Jin, the creative character Devil
Oh yeah,
Jin.
because you can pretty much straight up make Devil Jin. Right?
You can make Devil Jin in Soul Calibur 5, and he had all his from Tekken, including the 10-hit combo. Fastest character in the game. So
All right.
It's
Well,
great.
like so, we'll end Soul Calibur with that. But since Tekken 7 is only no, Tekken 3 had a guest character technically. Gon.
Yeah, Gon.
Gon's from
Yeah.
like weird anime.
Manga.
Yeah, he was fucking. He was.
Tekken 3
He
also
fart-
had,
he
on
farted
the
on people.
side,
He broke him
my
just like
favorite
Yoda.
game mode of any Tekken ever in Tekken Ball.
Shut up, Tom.
What? Tekken Ball was
shut
awesome.
your whore mouth.
But yeah, Gon was technically a guest character. But we'll jump to Tekken 7 real quick. He already mentioned Akuma, who at this point is not a guest character in that game. But like I said, we'll talk about Akuma right after this. Akuma's almost king of guest characters. That's disrespect. Anyway.
One of the greatest fighting game characters ever. It's on record.
But in Tekken 7, you
That has
had.
nothing to do with the fact I'm getting the tattoo.
But you had
Pretty sure
Akuma.
God said that.
But you had Akuma. And then you had Geese, who a lot of people were surprised. He turned out really well.
Like I had no doubt they'd do him good. I had no doubt they were going to implement it really well. I just was interested in seeing how.
Yeah, and then they
What
had
if they
Noctis.
decided? Go ahead.
Oh no, so they had Noctis, and Noctis.
You mean the Jesus of...
Yeah, from day one, it's
Tekken 7?
really he's so good. He's so good. Like, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Kuma and Final Fantasy here in a minute because they're both extreme. But first, I want to talk to Alex because I know you would have much rather had legacy characters
Legacy characters, what do you mean?
in Tekken instead of guest characters.
Yes. Yes.
So, on a different side note, who
You know,
would
like
you?
how they keep taking characters out every other game.
Well, yeah, like there's a lot of old characters missed from Tekken 7. If you're a player, there's a lot of older
Characters
fighters,
a lot of
that
people want.
aren't in there. Like, who would you want in there the most?
Let's see. I had to really think about this now. Well, obviously Jun Kazama will be one, but I'm obviously saying they wouldn't probably put her in there. I
would
wouldn't
love
mind Craig Murdoch.
Craig Martin. I
I
like
didn't interrupt
Craig.
you, but
I played Craig.
I would love if they put June in, because then they can give her a devil transformation since they
Yeah,
finally...
the unknown.
Yeah, they can give her the
Yeah.
unknown. Because unknown was the shit in Tekken Tag 2.
I wouldn't mind Slim Bob.
Okay, Alex, I'm talking more.
I said Slim Bob.
Bob in general. Oh, not a fan.
Oh,
We'll talk about hated characters another time. That's different. That's a whole. We're about half an hour.
I'll
in
take
on
up
it.
the whole podcast with the hate.
I'm trying to keep these
can
around.
We can
I'm trying to-
spread the hate some other day.
trying to keep these around an hour. We're about halfway through. But no, Tekken 7 did their guest characters really good. Geese, although a little bit more difficult than play than the other characters, is really good. You can counter full rage arts, so that's broken. And Noctis is
easy.
Noctis is probably the most likable character in the last couple years in video games in general.
Yeah, he's very accessible.
He's really popular. He's not whiny like fucking.
Tidus.
Okay, you're gonna learn now. Ryan hates lightning with a passion. The hate I have for lightning makes me hate Cloud almost.
Just
But-
based on the simple fact that she was
She's
confirmed
literally
Don't
made
worry,
to
I
be a
forgive
female.
a female Cloud. Yeah, that's what she
But
was
real
made
quick,
to
we're
be.
gonna talk about Akuma. Now Akuma has been a guest character in every crossover
The
game.
god of cameos.
Non-crossover games. You have fucking Mech Akuma. He was in Asura's Wrath.
Yes.
You know that?
Yeah,
Did you ever play Asura's Wrath?
DLC,
Yeah, you can fight him. You can fight Akuma. Akuma
And then you
is
fought Evil Ryu too.
Akuma is everywhere. Everywhere. Akuma might be, and I'm not like I'm an Akuma fan, but Akuma might be, and I'm gonna say this for you write this down, the single greatest fighting game character of all time.
There it is. Has one of the most iconic super moves to date.
Yeah, but
Talk
I'm
about
saying
Raging Demon.
you could
Yes.
if anybody told you Akuma was the best character, you couldn't. That's a valid argument.
Yeah.
I mean, Akuma's been everywhere, done everything. He's never bad. The only thing people can say is that he's a glass cannon. But when you shooting cannonballs that big, it don't matter if you break easy.
You look me in the eyes and you tell me you don't know the freaking combination to the Raging Demon.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. The Raging Demon is also great. There's games that might have their own Raging Demons, and you can obviously tell they're homages to Akuma.
It translates to instant hell murder in the Japanese name.
That alone's enough. And you know when you get grabbed, you know nothing you can do about it. So, I don't...
You remember just when that shit that used to happen to you in the arcade? The
Yeah,
fear
think
that it
about
put in
it.
your heart?
Yeah.
You're like, what did he do to me? Like, he turned off the lights? Like, what did he do to me?
We're going to... Alex, what do you think about Akuma? What's your general thoughts on Akuma?
I'm not a big Street Fighter fan, so
You don't have to be. That's what we're saying. Akuma's everywhere.
yeah, he is. I mean, I don't really play him much in Tekken 7, so he's okay. It's getting real quiet right now for some reason. Jeez.
I know, I was just
That's
thinking
just
if we're
my
still
opinion.
friends or not.
That's
That'd be fine.
my opinion. Y'all have y'all's, I have mine.
Yeah, that's the great thing about
Don't get
opinions is
defensive.
they're like
What do you
assholes.
think
Everybody
about,
has
what do you
them.
think about Akuma?
What do I think about Akuma? I like him.
He's literally
That's all I can say is I like
everywhere. And now on that other spectrum, we're talking Final Fantasy is in tons of crossovers.
Yep.
Tons of crossovers. Yeah, you had the internet fall off his ass when Cloud was announced for Smash Bros.
Yeah, I remember
That's like one of those world bombers. Where were you when Cloud was announced? I
Where
mean,
were you when the Smash Brothers stopped being good? When Cloud appeared on it?
Cloud. How'd you feel about Cloud Smash? When you first saw that announcement, Desmond, what did you think?
Me, and I'm going to put this on record because I like to make sure everybody knows where I stand and that I'm separating my feelings from how things, should be. I love Cloud. Much like everybody else. Well, most people anyway. FF7 was my first Final Fantasy.
Same here.
Big Cloud fan. I played him in Dissidia. Love Cloud as a character.
I loved him in Kingdom Hearts.
Personally,
That was awesome.
I mean,
Yeah, there's
look at that.
There's another
I'm
crossover.
waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 just because I don't know where the hell he and Sephiroth went in Kingdom Hearts 2.
That's a crossover on its own. People don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
crossover game. It's literally Disney and Square Enix crossover.
But
Yeah.
that doesn't exist until I have a physical copy at this point in my life. Like, I'm not even thinking about Kingdom Hearts 3.
yeah,
Anyway,
Kingdom Hearts is like Half-Life
and
3.
then
It's a joke at this
we
point
already
until it
said
happens.
Noctis was
saying.
great in Final Fantasy. I'm gonna say right now, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody in Final
fun fact
Fantasy
though, Cloud
ends up in Soul
was
Calibur
in
6.
Final Fantasy Tactics. He was playable in Final Fantasy Tactics.
but,
What would you do? Would you? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody showed up in Soul Calibur 6 for Final Fantasy.
I wouldn't be surprised. But before I forget, opinion on him being a
Better
Smash.
not be Noctis.
I was like, really? Like, that was kind of like as much as I love him as a character, and I'm sure, I have no doubts they can put any character they choose to put in. I'm sure they had like a reasoning behind it, and they're like, okay, I can make this happen. I have no doubt that they're good enough to make any character work on paper. They made fucking Snake work. So I have no doubt they can make it work. He turned out good. I play him. But initially I was like, I would have chose somebody else. And that's me being a fan of the character.
Yeah.
Well, you got to admire the fact that a lot of the times they are willing to go out of their way to try to make characters that you would not think of.
Well, when
work.
they announced Cloud, the world dropped, and then when Noctis was announced Final Fantasy, nobody saw that shit coming. I remember I was actually at your house. Remember that, Alex?
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, they announced Noctis Final Fantasy 7. I called you a fucking liar.
As much as I love Goku, I don't want him in Smash Brothers.
No. Real quick, Alex, what's your thoughts on Final Fantasy characters?
You mean like Cloud and Smash?
Just in general, because they're everywhere. Once again, Final Fantasy characters cross over with everything.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I just don't agree with Cloud being in Smash because he was a PlayStation exclusive, game.
All right, real quick before we go any further, Alex is a super PlayStation loyalist.
I'm just saying.
Are you
like,
not?
Solid Snake fit.
See, he's not going to answer.
Solid
look,
Snake
I love
fit
PlayStation 2. I grew up on
he
that mess.
was in a GameCube version of Metal Gear Solid.
The first video game
That
console I
fit.
bought myself
That they
was
put
my
him
PlayStation 2 back in the
Yeah.
day.
Crash Bandicoot was an exclusive too. Now look at him.
Oh, he's on Xbox now.
Yeah, he was
Crash
on
Bandicoot.
Nintendo for years.
And then he was on Xbox too whenever they
Tekken
sold the
never
rights.
was on Xbox until Tekken 6.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. That's Tekken. That's Akuma and Final.
Well,
we got
I might
one
be
more.
wrong. Was it 4?
What, Tekken? Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6. Had to
It
be.
was 5 or 6. It was 5.
Because much like Kingdom Hearts wasn't on Xbox until
Kingdom Hearts on Xbox?
the new one is, I think.
Guest characters that makes sense if the
Well,
company
I thought that
has
was
made a
PlayStation
game
exclusive.
previously to that console. That's why.
That works out. But now we're going to talk about what's mostly considered probably today's age the king of guest characters, and that's NetherRealm Studios.
Yeah.
I think it's very undebatable all the way back to Midway in general. We were just talking about NBA Jam. Like, what was that, like 20 years now?
Al Gore, Bill
Was that
Clinton.
98?
Yeah, something
It
like
was
that.
it was like mid 90s. You could beat Ed Boon and Tobias. You could beat Raiden. They actually, I was watching this thing the other day. Scorpion was supposed to be in that game, Scorpion Sub-Zero, but they didn't want their NBA characters getting killed and frozen. And Mortal Kombat had just sparked the whole rating board system.
Yeah, that was the big controversy at the time, but that's a topic for another video.
Yeah, I think the
or
Fresh
another
Prince was
podcast.
in that game. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. So that's Midway.
Al Gore.
Yeah, Midway dating all the way back to then.
They had guest characters that were actually like some of the development team on there.
Yeah, then what was it? Armageddon had mocap, which ain't a guest character. I'm just saying Midway,
He's been in a couple
NetherRealm's always been.
he was in Deadly Alliance also.
NetherRealm's always went out of their way to make
Made me hate Deadly Alliance even more than
to just
I already
make
do.
the craziest stuff. And I guess the first game you talk about a guest character was MK9, right? With Kratos and Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
I think that's when guest characters.
That's when
of course,
guest characters started getting
that's when it
Like,
started to
really
really
out there?
blow up.
started being like a mainstay.
I lost my shit when I saw
That
that,
was like-
Kratos was in MK9. I never forget. I was actually in college at the time. I was just in the dorm room. They was like, "Hey, Young, check this out." Like my friend, he's from DC. Like he was like, "Hey, Young, check this out." So I was looking. I was like, "You just saw Sub-Zero get yanked away." I was like, "No, no, no, no,
You
no."
seen the Blades of Chaos
And then
come
he
out
would pull
and
them
snatch him? Oh,
and then
yeah.
he was strong as shit. Like he was.
I
Strong
like
as
that
hell.
they had quick time events in his moves.
That was good.
Yeah, that was
good.
funny. Like
Did
his
you like
X-ray and
Kratos?
stuff. Like
I
Preston.
feel like he was a little slow to play
The
with.
Kratos?
Yeah.
I mean, he was powerful as hell.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
guess
if
they had to
Kratos,
balance him
I feel like
somehow.
if they dumped him down a lot though, because if they had taken Kratos straight from God of War and put him right in Mortal Kombat, everybody's catching it.
And then a lot of people were mad because obviously Kratos wasn't available if you weren't playing on PlayStation.
Yep.
Oh,
And then, huh?
if you, well, never mind. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you had to be playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then Freddy Krueger's on there. I actually thought Freddy Krueger was fun to play.
No, he actually played. I liked his fatalities more than I liked Kratos's, actually.
Yeah.
Kratos is, as much as I liked his first fatality, his second one was trash.
Can we also, while we're talking about fatalities, can we just address Mortal Kombat the fatalities?
Before
That's stupid.
we go on to that, like, let me give my reasoning behind that. I don't like just saying some shit and then not giving a reason. The reason, I think at this point in Mortal Kombat, they've gone so obscene, like so overwhelmingly disrespectful with the blood. I feel like if they do some weak shit, like just tear off a head and that's it, or they just, he turned him to stone and then he put on the lion
gauntlets?
gauntlets
The
and he
Hephaestus
broke them.
gloves? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. At this point in Mortal Kombat, I need you to be excessive.
Yeah, I feel the same as Desmond. I feel like Mortal Kombat needs to just try to go over the
Y'all
top
talk really loud.
too much. Yeah, we do.
Mike's right there, man. Y'all both screaming in my ear. No, get. But no, well, real quick. We'll finish up Mortal Kombat 9. Did you think their guest characters were successful?
I like Freddy Krueger. I mean, I like the Nightmare on Elm Street series anyway, so.
Did you like Kratos? I know you said it's slow, but did you enjoy him in the game?
I mean, he was cool. I mean, you know, his QT, like you said, was cool.
It's
Yeah,
Kratos.
Thomas
Definitely
Hanks was
did.
really
He's
good.
the GOAT. He's
I thought they were really good. I ain't even gonna lie. At the
Really
time,
well done.
Ryan was on 360, so he didn't get to play Kratos. So
Yeah.
Ryan was kind of pissed.
I ain't gonna lie. I had bought
But-
Mortal Kombat 9 at the time. I was in that crowd, Desmond, solely because of Kratos.
I mean, that's how guest characters work. But do you think they were successful on
Yes.
9?
I think they were good on 9.
Definitely. That's why that's the reason why there will not be another Realm game without guest characters ever
Yeah,
again.
well, then we go to the next one. Well, no, because they technically the first Injustice had a guest character because they had Scorpion.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's a guest character, but that's just if you don't know Ed Boon, he loves Scorpion. Scorpion's never gonna be bad in any game.
Well,
he
that's
does.
if they consider MK.
But that
versus-
costume they had, the Scorpion Injustice
that
costume,
thing.
is the best Scorpion costume.
It was drawn by the god Jim Lee,
Yeah, it's the best Scorpion costume. What do you think of
one
it?
of the best comic book
Jim Lee's
artists.
costume for the
For First Injustice?
Injustice. It was cool. I liked it.
I
It was
played
like the
that.
best Scorpion
I played
costume.
that fucking mobile game just for that. You know what you
Anyway,
had to go
so-
through to get that? And
I remember we
Okay.
talked about it every day because it pissed us off.
yes,
Interesting note. Midway's Mesa of the Dark Age had a guest character. It was a janitor. Apparently, he was broken.
Really?
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll mention all these obscure ones at the end. We're gonna get through these fighting games. So we're gonna skip First Injustice. Like I said, it had Scorpion. That was the only guest character first one, right?
the first one.
I'm pretty sure.
They didn't have
Yeah.
Sub-Zero in it, did it? No,
No,
because
that's
Sub-Zero's just
Sub-Zero
for
was
the
in
new
the
one.
second one. Anyway, so then we go to what I think is where it got insane, which is MKX. You get MKX, and you get Jason Voorhees, Predator, Alien, and Leatherface.
Yep.
And this is where what we were talking about earlier going to come back into play. Guest characters in today's market are all about cross promotion.
Yep.
That when they got put in that game, Aliens had a new movie like the year after that, right?
Something like that.
Predator's got a new movie coming out this year.
And now Jason had a game come out.
Jason was supposed to have a movie, got canceled.
But then they came out with Friday.
But the game was a separate thing, though. But I'm saying either way it works. But I'm saying the movie he was in got canceled, and then they just had a new Leatherface movie last year also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it went under the radar. But I'm saying the point is, guest characters now are about cross promotion, but NetherRealm goes out of their way to make them great. You watch any tournament after Alien was announced or after he was released, he was always in top 8. Was he not, Desmond?
Yes, he was really.
If you know who Sonic Fox is, which if you watch any kind of fighting game coverage you do, he won countless tournaments with Alien. When he came back against Tekken Master at EVO that year, it was with Alien. Remember?
he's using acidic, right?
Because his Aaron Black was getting beat by Kotal, so he picked Acidic and came back. And this also treads when Desmond was saying the bad thing about guest characters is it's almost like there's no point to get really good with them because they're not going to be in the next game.
Yep. And the only people that have time to get good with them are the professionals who make hundreds of thousands of dollars at these tournaments.
What I'm saying in
Playing
general
against
though,
others.
like it's almost like a waste of a time investment if you're not
It would be a waste of
if
time
you're
if
not
I
a
could-
pro fighter, it's a waste of investment because they're
Yeah.
not going to be in the next game. Now, if
I
you're
was
doing
saying, apart from that,
if you're
yeah.
doing tournaments, obviously they're good. You're winning cash. I mean, and they're fun. Now, I agree they should still be in there. I love guest characters, but a lot of people bring up the point they think it's a waste of time because they're not going to be in the next game. Where do you stand? Where do you stand on that?
Yes, characters in video games.
Like, do you agree that it's a waste of time in fighting games since they're not going to be in the next game, or do you just enjoy guest characters in general?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like a one-time thing. Like you enjoy them whenever the game's around, but then when that next one comes out, then you got practice with your favorite character or the new character that they introduced.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you enjoy them then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
you're glad
for
to
that
do it.
one moment.
I think the same thing. I think with them being guest characters, it makes them that much more impactful to that game. So that's my. So how you feel about it?
I kind of feel the same way. I feel like, as long as they keep it as a guest, if they don't try to say, oh, this is a new character, and then immediately take him out of the game after. Because we see games do that all the time with the Tekken series especially.
Yeah, well, like I said, we can have.
It's
We
kind of
can
like
have
a
another
trade-off.
discussion about that, but yeah.
It's kind of like a trade-off because I mean, on one point, you're bringing the character that probably not, it's almost certainly not going to show up in the next one into this game, but you're also bringing that character's fans to this game that they've probably not tried.
I do feel like from a pure marketing standpoint and everything, it's a good way to grab some money, but it also means that you need to pace yourself with coming out with a new another edition or sequel or
Yeah.
whatever. Because if you sit there and every year you're coming out with a new game and adding in a bunch of guest characters and stuff, you're not really gonna add much to the longevity of it.
Yeah, so I think they worked out though, because there's not. Me and Desmond used to fucking. Alien Predator was jam. Predator was so good. Did you like Predator?
He's one of the top
I
characters
didn't
in
really
that
play
game.
much with Predator. I think I had the XL version and it didn't have all the DLC characters. Well, Game of the Year version. It didn't have all the DLC characters.
Did you play with Alien in it?
I think, yeah. Played with a little bit.
Yeah, because Alien was really good too. I didn't really play. Leatherface had good brutalities,
Great. That's what made me play him.
but I just didn't like Leatherface in general. But then, that's Mortal Kombat X. We'll skip to the newest one that was Injustice 2. Now, Injustice 2 is a touchy subject in the group we're in because, for the most part, we weren't too high on this game. You barely played it all, didn't you?
Yeah. Barely played.
I think Desmond played through the story,
Beat
maybe.
the story, which was great. Great narration, animation, everything was done well. They lost me at the armor system. And I know what most people can say. You can turn it off. You can blah. I don't
It's
want.
turned off in tournaments anyway, blah, blah, blah.
But that might be next week's
I
discussion.
preferred the skins of the characters instead of
Yeah.
a sumo.
That might be
pseudo armor set.
next week's discussion. Gear versus skins for MK11.
skins.
Look, I said discussion. Calm down. But
He
guest character
said
wise,
skins in his
guest
discussion.
character wise, they struck it really good. I mean, Sub Zero was cool. When they put Raiden on there, people got kind of touchy because it was 2 Mortal Kombat characters. Who else? Who else was a guest character? Hellboy, and the Ninja Turtles. They should have released Ninja Turtles first.
Yeah, but a lot
That
of
should've
people
been their
didn't like
first
that
release.
though because they're like, oh, it doesn't make sense because Ninja Turtles never had a comic book. For those people that don't know,
Yeah,
much
'cause they're
about
stupid,
Ninja-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles been in comic books longer
And
than most
also,
other
as a
things.
matter of fact, Batman and the Ninja Turtles had crossover.
2
comic books.
crossovers now.
Exactly.
Yep.
They just had a second one.
Look, if they can cross over Archie with Predator, they can cross over Batman with Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles I thought were really good.
Yeah, really well done.
Now, despite what we think of the game is what I was getting at, the guest characters were done really well.
Really well.
Which,
It was executed almost perfectly. Just looking in, great game. Not taking anything away from it. It's just I personally hated the armor system. That's what it didn't do it for me. And that's
and then I'm not going to talk about MK11 guest characters in this video because I think what we might do next week is whoever's going to come back, I don't know which one of y'all want to be on the podcast next week, I want you to make a list of your 30 characters you want in MK11 plus 8 guest characters. We're going to debate what we think the roster should be. And we'll also talk about, that'll be when we talk about guest characters and everything. We'll do that next week. But that's pretty much it for NRS. So, overall, how do you think NRS does its guest characters well?
I think they do. I think they if they don't piss off their fan base, I think they do just
It's
a fine
impossible.
job.
It's impossible to not piss off the fan base.
Well, I mean, a lot
because
of
the
people
fan base
were-
itself is so
were
divided.
Somewhat pissed off whenever they introduce another Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah, but that's just...
Like fighting games.
They justified it by
divisive
putting
thing.
who was it? Black Lightning. They should have made Black Lightning the original character and had Raiden as the premier skin. People wouldn't have got as mad.
I can see that because then I mean,
But people wouldn't have got as pissed off then. That's mainly what
Yeah.
it comes down to. But then like they just said, people are nitpicky. They just
no matter what you put in, there's gonna be somebody who hates it. So I mean,
yeah. So, but NRS overall, do you think they did pretty good, right? They're good with
no,
guest
they
characters.
did great.
Yeah, they're good.
Like I said, we're at the end now, getting close to it. But I just want to real quick rapid fire off some guest characters you might not know about. We already talked about Dante. We talked about you could be the Hornet car in Fighting Vipers and Pepsi Man, which is crazy.
In the King of Fighters game, you can actually play as a character from the Metal Slug games.
Really?
Yeah, Flo.
Oh, and
Yeah.
what else? I mean, it's crazy.
And then they announced Bomberman R for the Xbox One is getting Master Chief as a guest character.
And see, that's insane. That's another one which is console exclusivity. Which, if you Xbox at this point, you suck. Your guest character lineup is going to be very limited. Y'all better hope Soul
Yeah,
Calibur
your
6.
character line is Master Chief,
Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix. That's yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you better hope Soul Calibur 6 doesn't do console exclusive because I don't know who y'all get. At most, they might give y'all a Killer Instinct character, which would be cool. But that's all y'all got.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, didn't they have guest characters in Killer Instinct? Battletoad.
But they had Rash, yeah.
I mean, they own
That's
them.
another one. Yeah, they had Rash.
But they own them now, so is that really?
It's still a guest character because he's a
Because it's made
Battletoad
by
character.
a
Yeah.
different company.
But yeah, they console exclusivity is crazy. But
We could do an entire thing on console exclusivity. That's not even.
who there's actually a game I think it's called Fatal Frame
Yeah.
where you beat Ghost or I ain't gonna play it,
by
but you go
taking
shoot by
photos of
cameras.
it. Yeah, that's it.
Ayane from Dead or Alive has a campaign mission in that game. I found out about that too. It's crazy. And then you can talk about your Smash Bros, which is nothing but a Nintendo.
We could
Crossover
do
game.
we could do an entire podcast on like shared video game universes and crap. Another day. That's a
I
whole
mean,
subject.
I think it's pretty good for our first podcast.
And there's like
I think
the
we-
other side,
We covered a lot.
like when they put Mega Man and Street Fighter X Tekken.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's terrible.
That's bad
That
examples.
is bad.
That's
Yeah,
just
because-
Capcom shitting on Mega Man in general.
Wasn't they supposed to be exclusive on the PS3? And then like people hacked the game and was able to
Who?
put on
Who?
Mega Man.
No.
I don't know.
Oh,
I just know
okay.
they used box art Mega Man.
Oh,
So he was fat and out of shape and wore that yellow suit from the first one, from the first box art. And people, it was stupid. It was not good.
Not good at all.
So, I mean, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy. We got a lot of debate in. Some interesting views. When it comes to guest characters, for the most part, we're on the same page. I do want to real quick, we'll go around. Favorite guest character of all time. Any game, any genre of game, but your favorite guest character.
you guys one of them. I didn't
All
know
time.
what to think.
And one more fact. When we're going to talk about Monster Hunter for a second, I count the gear that makes a full character Monster Hunter a guest character. Which Monster Hunter might be leading in guest characters right now because you got Aloy, Ryu, Dante's coming. Your Palico could be 8-bit Mega Man. What else is on there? Sakura's coming.
Yeah,
If we're
she
counting
is
past
coming.
games, Snake from Metal Gear
You
Solid.
could be Happy,
You can get Ushio's spear from Ushio and Tora.
right? Your Palico could be Happy
Palico
from
could
Fairy
be
Tail.
Happy.
Which Ryan loves Fairy Tail.
Your
So-
Palico could be Blanca and Chung Li. You could get the Link armor set and the Master Sword and Shield.
Which once again, we'll save
Too
that.
many to
We're
count.
running on 50. We'll save a podcast for just talking about Monster Hunter. But favorite guest character. We'll start. You want me to start something else, Alex?
Yeah.
All right, Desmond. Favorite guest character of all time. Any game, any genre.
I'm gonna put a limitation on myself. I'm not gonna say Akuma.
I mean, at this
Other
point,
than
at this point,
Akuma,
I'm
I'm
not gonna
assuming.
say Link.
At this point, I'm assuming Akuma's omnipotent. He's just a god somewhere in universes. Like he just goes.
But, let's see. Guest character. That's really damn. That's a tough one. It's coming to me. It's coming.
Well,
to
I can go. I'll go.
me. Okay. You go ahead.
I'm actually gonna say that my figure. Oh, also another game we didn't mention by Midway. You can be Raiden in NFL Blitz.
Can't forget Unreal Tournament 2.
Yeah, and you can be Raiden. Raiden's everywhere too. You can be Raiden in Unreal Tournament 2. My favorite guest character, or I'm gonna say pairing of guest characters, the way they did Ryu and Akuma in Asura's Wrath was really good.
That was
It was really well done. If you haven't played it, or if you want to play it, or you can just watch it on YouTube. There's plenty of videos. You actually get to fight Ryu and Akuma in a straight up Street Fighter style fight, being Asura. It's crazy. It's really well done. You think of one yet? You got one, man?
It's a lot of fighting in history, man. I'm trying to.
If I had to pick, I would probably pick. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna probably either get to my man Kratos, or
Kratos was a good one. He's in a lot of stuff.
yeah, Kratos was in a lot of stuff. Or I might even give it to like.
Oh, Kratos was in Shovel Knight.
Is he in Shovel Knight?
If you the PS4 version, and I think you fought Master Chief on the Xbox version. You fought somebody on the Xbox.
Oh, Master Nicole was a guest character in Dead or Alive 4.
Yeah,
for Xbox
but
360.
I'm talking about Shovel Knight. There was an
Yes,
Xbox boss.
yeah.
Was Master Chief?
Huh?
Was it Master Chief you fought in Xbox version?
I don't think
They each had
I don't think
a
it had an Xbox version.
They did.
Did they?
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna look it up while y'all think.
I think mine would have to be because
Because
I think of her as like the female Ryu.
Wii version.
I think mine would probably have to be Sakura.
Do what?
Sakura from Rival Schools.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, because
But she was in Rival Schools. Rival
Yeah.
Schools is a great game.
like she started off in Rival Schools. She just
Yeah.
spilled over into Street Fighter, and then just kind of like Tekken, they became the same universe.
yeah,
but,
which they need to make a new Rival Schools. Once again, no topic.
like she's arguably a better Ryu than Ryu.
Yeah, I like her. What you? So you got one?
Sarah from the Virtual Fighter series and Dead or Alive 5 final last round.
I was actually thinking about
That
her.
works out. Yeah, Sarah and Jackie were both in there.
Yeah,
Which they should just go ahead and
And
combine those two
Pi.
universes too.
Pi was in there.
If you're listening to us, you can make Alex cream his pants. They just announced Virtua Fighter 6. Then they should put like half a Dead or Alive's roster.
Half?
I feel like they would.
Oh,
Just do the
God.
whole thing.
Just make it one whole thing.
Just
Okay,
make
real
one
quick.
universe.
Make
That's
it
the
Dead or
deal.
While we're
Virtua
on
Fighter
that,
5.
who we should all think about like who would we want to see as a guest character and in what series?
Which is we went through a lot of that. I'm
Like,
saving
just-
Mortal Kombat.
Like
for
if you
next
had to
week.
pick a series and a character to put in that series.
I mean, since he put it in my mind, I really want Guts and fucking Soul Calibur.
That would be.
That would be like a matchmaking.
That's
I'll
gonna be
tweet
the-
it out.
I want Guts and fucking Monster Hunter too. Like
That's gonna be the point. Point to be the hashtag Guts for Soul Cup. That's gonna be the movement. We're gonna start it by going Twitter, which you
Yeah.
can follow me at Ryan Super. You have a Twitter? I know you do.
Yeah,
What's yours?
but no.
Plug that handle.
Nah.
Why?
Because I don't post anything on there. I just
Okay.
do it most
Don't
of
follow
the gaming
Alex.
news.
Don't follow Alex on
Yeah,
Twitter.
don't follow me.
You got
It's a
Twitter,
waste
I know
of
you do.
time.
Yeah, but it's currently inactive right now.
Desmond, do you have
You
a
know
Twitter?
what?
Yeah.
Fine.
Fucking
fine.
tell him your Twitter, please.
okay, my Twitter is Mugen the Jaded.
But yeah,
Fine. You want my Twitter? It's at Dynamite Games.
there you go.
There.
But anyway,
There's my Twitter.
Anyway, we're about to sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed this debate. We're gonna do this every week if you guys like it. We probably do it if you don't like it because we like talking.
Yeah.
it
Might as
works
well
out.
record us talking anyways.
Yeah, but I'm Ryan. I'm here with, like I said, Alex.
Desmond.
Got Desmond here.
And Tyler.
Tyler, y'all got anything y'all want to say for me? Say bye to the people.
Later.
Bye to the people.
Catch you later.
All right.